integrations and schedule integration, right? So there is a one more flavor is there that is called event-based integrations. So we have discussed application, we have discussed schedule, right? So we have to discuss today event-based integrations. So event-based integrations, there is a concept called publisher subscriber. Publisher and subscriber is the we have to understand what you mean by publisher and what you mean by subscriber. Publish the data to the OIC. Then we have to call as publisher. And subscribe this data to some other some other system. Say system send this data to ATP. Subscribe the data to some other system, send this example FTP. Maybe I want to so whatever the published data is there. So this published data you can send to ATP database, and then we will send the file to SFTP server. But published integration is only one. So we are using this published integration to subscribe this published data and send to the ATP, and then subscribe this data to FTP. So that is what. And not only to send the data to ATP, not only to send the data to FTP, you can send the email also. By using the subscribe, so you can send the data to email. That means source is only one, multiple subscribers are there. So that is called publisher and subscriber integrations. Understand? For example, you see the Tata Sky, one of the television broadcast channels, right? So you take the example of Star Sports is one of the channel. So that Star Sports channel is only, they will publish only one, but subscribers are many, right? So many people are using Star Sports channel, right? Publishing will be only one, but subscribers are many. The same way, our integration also, we are publishing the data using the publisher integration. And using this published data, we are going to subscribe for sending the data to ADP, subscribe this data to sending the sending the file to SFTP server. So that is what the requirement is. Requirement clarity is there or not, guys? Do you want to explain once again?
Sir, explain once again.
So, for example, confusing get the data of items or products. Infusion get the data for items or products. So this products data I'm going to publish in the OIC channel, and that published data I want to send to the ATP database. So we have previously we have done, right? We have stored the data into on-prem system. So that is a different story. So but this published data I want to send to the ATP database. Published is only one, but we are using the subscribe for whatever the data we have published, so that we are using for multi-purpose using the subscribe option. So that is called publisher and subscriber. So this kind of integration we can use by using event-based integrations we can use.
Okay, sir.
Right? Okay. Now, so first we need to create the event, guys. So I'm taking the same example of item product only. So copy this payload. First step is create the event. Create the event. How to create the event? So create the event. Okay. So you can take product event, product event, product event. Any name. This name can be any name. So you can prefix 2703 something. So you can pass some sample payload. So these are the items we are going. This is the sample payload, guys. Continue. So when I pass a sample payload, it will create the structure. So I already told you now many times I told you. So when you pass the sample payload, it will create the structure of the columns. So we have created the sample payload that will create the structure of the columns. Okay. So this is the first step. Then next step is create the application integration. Create the application integration and get the business event, item business event, and populate the data to event. So what we are going to do, we are going to create one application integration. So that application integration will fetch the data from the business events, and we are going to update that to this payload, this event. So this event we have passed only sample data, right? So currently we have passed a sample data, but this event should get the updated data from business events. So for that, create one application integration. So let me create the application integration. Go to the integration. Create the application integration. Create the application integration. Publish product info. Publish product info. Publish product info. So package is the kind of, so guys, this publish and subscriber integration we cannot develop in project level. This publish and subscriber integration we cannot develop in the project level. So we can do in the design mode. I told you right in the starting of the classes, what is the difference between design and project? No, yes or no? The difference between the design and project.
Yes, sir.
So design means, guys, you will not have a security option. Project means you will have a security option. Oh, this I have discussed it. So you can mention something like this. So I am storing our integration into this folder. We can give any name. Okay, any name you can give. I am giving VK. Okay. So now what we will do, we are going to take the yesterday we have, so we need to create the ERP connection.
Sir,
Yeah.
just a minute. Package means the folder, no, sir. It will create automatically, or we have to create that folder in
No,
package
it will
level.
create, no need to create the folder. If you create any name while you create the integration, so that folder will be created in the package.
Okay, sir.
For example, while you create the integration, right? I'm getting the integration application. So you give any name. For example, you give the name as Srikanth. So that folder will be created where? That folder will be created in the
Packages.
packages.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yes. Okay, now we will create the connection. Oracle ERP connection. Oracle ERP connection 2703. Sorry. Oracle ERP 2703. Now, books. So below 35 working, right? Below 35 working or not?
It's working, sir.
So it means so now what we will do, we'll use this we'll use this connection. Okay, publish to product info. So now what we will do, so Oracle ERP 2703. So here the trigger button. Now what you will do, receive business events related with any Happy Cloud. Item create event. Item create event. You can take anything. So here we will get the item information. Here we will get the item information at the starting. So this item information data we are going to send to that event. We have created event right earlier step. So this event will get the actual data of this this step. So this first action from the integration will receive the information whenever the item has created. So that item data we are sending into this create event. In the create event, we have passed this payload, right? So this payload we have passed a sample data. Now it will not be sample data every time. So you will get actual data. You will get the actual data from this business event. And now what you will do? You have to use the publish event. In the publish event, when you press the publish event, so it will ask which event you want to access. So the list of event names will come. So public event, we have created this one. Product event, sorry, not public event, product event. Choose finish. So that means we are going to get the data from the Fusion Cloud, and we are going to update that data to this event. So this event I have created in the starting step. So how we are going to map this data to this data using the mapper. Understand analyze any step? If you miss, you can ask me, I can explain again. Organization code, item number, item description, item status. Status. UM not in. Okay, guys. So I'll explain once again. So first we have created the event. First we have created the business event. I have created, and I have passed a sample payload here. I have passed a sample payload for the columns, and these columns you will get the data from this integration. So this integration will pick up the data by using the business event. That data we are sending into the event. So by using this mapper, we are mapped from this response to these columns. Understand or not? Navigation code. So once the once the publishing done, then we will create the subscribe. Then we will see the subscribe. Let's check the ATP available on XXATP. XXATP available or not. So I will take this ATP and I will store this ATP same like ours. So what we are going to create the subscribe integrations. So publishing is done. First event, then publishing, then subscribe. So subscribe integration create. So you need to select this event. So first event done, then publishing done. Then using this publishing, we are going to create the event-based integration. Subscribe to ATP. Create. So while you subscribe, so what event you have to select? So product event. So now we are getting the data here, right? So we are getting the event data for this action. So now where you need to send this data? Where you need to send this data?
ATP interface.
ATP, correct. X6. Okay, insert. Insert. And I think we need to create the table now. Admin schema. Search the table name. Search the table name. Items. So this table already created in the ATP, that is the reason I have not created, but if you want, you can create the table, import tables. So now what we do, we have to use the option. So now what I will do here. So whatever the event. So whatever this event will give the response, right? So you need to map like this in the table. Item number. So these are the ATP columns, and this is the event. The event will get the data from the publisher integration. Item status. In the ATP database, I have created only 4 columns. You create any other columns, so that these 2 columns data also will be mapped. And we need to know all this. So publishing is done, subscribing is done. So one more integration we need to create, that is called subscribe to FTP. So I will give the first event, then this is the publish. Third is subscribe integration, which will store the data into ADB table. ADB database. Fourth, subscribe integration, which will send the file to SFTP server. First, we need to create the event. Then we need to create the application integration. Then subscribe the integration, which will store the data into ATP. Then subscribe the integration, which will store the file to SFTP server. So these four till here I have done. Now we need to do this one. So both integrations 3 and 4. This so this event should be key. Simple guys. First we need to create the event. In the event, we need to pass. The sample payload. So this payload will get the actual data from this integration. So that data will be retained in this event. This event we are calling in the subscribe. The same event I am calling in the SFTP server also. So this will get the data from this integration, guys. So that event I am using here. This event I am using here. So now what is the next step? So create another integration event. Subscribe to subscribe to FTP. Subscribe to FTP. Subscribe to FTP. Same event I'm using here. So now you tell me, guys, here in the plus what I need to take.
SFTP server.
Very good. Which FTP working? So we need to take the connections. Which connection FTP we have used? We need to check this one. FTP test. So use this FTP test whether it is working or not. So now go to integration. And we need to take where you want to send the file. So we need to where you want to send it. Okay. item subscribe. You can give any name. 2703.
అది నిన్న 12/6 ఐసిఐసిఐ కట్టలేదు కానీ మర్చిపోయి నీకు పంపించేసాను. మళ్ళీ వేరే దానికి ఏమవుతుంది, మళ్ళీ అది అటు ఇటు కళ్ళ వెళ్తారు బ్యాంక్కి.
So I want to send my items file to here. I want to send my item file to here. So whenever item has been created, the item data will send to the ATP. The item data will send to the this folder. So this folder it will send. Okay. So for that we need to get one sample file. We need to get one sample file. I will bring that sample file.
ఎట్లాగో లీవ్లో ల్యాప్స్ అయిపోతాయి అంటున్నావు కదా, అవి లాస్ట్ వీక్ పెట్టేసి.
So that sample file will be like this. So these are the columns and this is the sample data. Same way how you created the structure, right? Payload. Same way we need to prepare the sample file data also here. So I'll share this file to you. Now what we will do, we will create the another integration. So already integration created, right? So already integration created. So now what you are going to write the file as FTP server. So take this FTP, write that item info. Write file. So write file. So output directory. Output directory.
Notepad.
File name pattern you can use. So you can give like this. So it will be right, percentage SAQ percentage. This we have discussed right in the large data file handling.
Yes, sir.
Item. Here it will come item 1. First time when the item created, item 1 dot data. That's CSV. Okay. So now we are not dealing only the file. We are dealing with the data also, right? So then you tell me this should be no or yes.
Yes, sir. It should be yes.
It should be yes. Why? Because whenever you are handling the data, then this should be yes. Remember this point. So sample file you need to upload. So why we need to upload the sample file? The structure will be created so that mapping we can do. So that mapping we can do. Got set. So here one of the column should be mandatory. So now whatever the response you will get from this and whatever the columns you have mapped in the item info, we need to map using the mapper. So organization code, item number, description, item status, and the URL. So now we need to activate the 3 integrations. and test it.
Yeah.
So this is the published information integration. So this why we have created this one to update your products data to this event we have created, right? And that event will be taken care to sync the item data to ADP table. The sync item data to FTP will create the file here. So here it will create the file. Here it will store the data. The actual integration will be published one that will update the data to this event, whatever the event we have created. This one. This will be the key, guys. So this we can get the data from the published information, and that data will be sent to two subscribers. One is ATP, another one is FTP. Activate these three integrations. How to test the integration? Tell me. Anyone can tell how to test this integration? Can you tell, Ashok? How to test this integration, guys? How to test this integration? So first of all, where we are getting the data? So I already told you now. So
To
we are going.
publish events.
So we need to create the item, right? So when you create the item, so this will be triggered. Then this data, this two will be populated. Okay. Following or not?
Yes, sir.
So create the item. So what will be here? Product management, product information. 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 27. Year 3. Item. Okay. Save and submit. Save and submit. Mhm. Save, submit. So now if you want to verify that item created or not, manage items. Manage item. So item created here. Okay, so now verify the integration. So go to observability section, integrations. Subscribe to ATP, subscribe to FTP. Published product info.
Sir, we don't want to run any integrations here. It will directly trigger when we create the item. It will directly store the data into ATP and SFTP, sir.
So that is what I told you, now business events. So business events will execute automatically. So when you are, if you take the application integration, so I already told you that point. So there is a concept called business events. So what this business event will do? Item create business event is there, right? So there is item create business event. That means whenever the item has been created here, so this business event will execute automatically.
Okay, sir.
So now verify the FTP whether the file created or not. Okay. Item 1 data. If you want, you can see the things. That's all for today, class, guys. Tomorrow I will continue.
See, I have a one question.
Okay.
Suppose in OTBI, in one product or in one place, we created a one DFF flex field. So
Okay.
that flex field, I want to access in the OTBI report. How can I access that newly created field?
There is a BA enable checkbox should be checked in the DFF level.
Okay.
So if you check the checkbox, that BA enabled, then the column will come here.
That column will come in which that means here in the subject area.
Subject area. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Vamsi.
నన్ను ప్రశంసించినందుకు కృతజ్ఞతలు.
అనగానే